Yo, let's just move it along because these people clearly need it. SmackDown happened. It was a couple things that happened. I can't quite recall in the exact moments, but it was like, oh, nah, that was a standout moment, and it probably should be highlighted. Maybe I'll write it down, but I don't think so. I think everyone else has the note taking down to a science or attempted science, but that's not really my call or nothing of it. It's the reason why I don't promote the way I do, because clearly I got you for that, or the rest of y'all trying to act like y'all gonna get something off of it when I'm just kinda hobby lobbying, But we'll see what happens with the lobby after that, right? Right. All right, so I really don't care to go through these details, man. I'm gonna just look at who was the strongest in the segment. Jake and LA Knight looked good. I thought it was solid the whole segment. LA Knight coming out cosplay dressing low key. I respected it. I appreciated it. But let's move on past that. Lexi and Michin, Chelsea Green. Alright. They didn't put it in caps. And I mean in bold. Not caps, but they didn't put it in bold. So that's how you know on .com they kind of just rushing through the process, and that's exactly why I'll be rushing through the process. Moving. Lexi looked good though. The ladies looked good this week. They looked really well, and especially on Friday night, I appreciated a lot that was taking place. Everybody's solid. SmackDown is such its own entity at this point. Doing this on Thursdays, I can easily not forget about half of the things that took place, but we got a bunch of other people to get to. So SmackDown is kind of like the trusted space, I would say. Like, we got to deal with Raw on Netflix. Like, SmackDown so trusted they gave it 3 hours type shit. You know what I'm saying? Or however we gonna look at it. Meanwhile, we looking at Raw and NXT, and NXT is necessary to have something looking at. I mean, like, we gotta record details on that because the younger coming up. But the Raw, Raw and Netflix is the obvious. But SmackDown is okay. Like, they got everybody. They just making moves. So I'm not really going crazy trying to call out too much. Fraxium DIY, that makes sense. Yo, fast paced match, probably best match of the night or one of them. Really, really good stuff. I appreciated the match for what it was. R-Truth, Cena, Saturday night's main event. I mean, the fact that they got it being like a little series thing, like an actual every couple of weeks they're doing that, fine, no problem with me. Let's move on. Aleister Black, Carmelo Hayes. Solid. Hayes and Mello been looking okay. Hayes and Mello, pardon me. AB and Hayes, yeah. AB, he been doing. It's like it's something going on. Miz needs the spot. Mello needs the spot, and then AB is a great name to come in. Everyone can go do looking strong a couple of different times till they move on to the next thing. Drew McIntyre, Damian Priest, steel cage match, Saturday night's main event. I mean, it's shaping out to be a good show. That's just why I'm seeing it. Something to do for both of them. If not, they'd be doing a seeming bunch of nothing, or they'd be doing boring storylines. I'm not gonna call this one boring. I'm just gonna say it's very obvious that I'm not really it's something for them to do. What else we dealing with? Solo, Jimmy, Ray Phoenix. Triple threat. All right, all of these matches is going to lead into the triple threat. Fine. JC Mateo, LA Knight debut match. All right, the Mateo character, JC, whatever he wants to call himself now, since he's here on this side, look, we just going to have to continue to let the bloodline develop. Or the new bloodline, whatever they want to call themselves, they're going to further develop, and we'll get to that point when we get there. Tiff, Nia Jax, Women's Championship. Good match. Yo, the Annihilate of the top rope, crazy. It's levels to it, for real. It's a lot of people that try to represent or reenact certain things. Yokozuna is the master of that move. You know what I mean? Nia Jax, the only reason why she's making it make sense is because she's like legit family, like actual relative, and that's the only reason why I buy it. Anybody else trying that, I'd have been a little not happy with. But look, man, we all love Lena. So, shouts to her. And shouts to Tiff. Give her attention. Let's move on to Raw. Please hurry up. Saturday night's main event happening. I'm not really going crazy over watching it. Then we got something going on Sunday too. So it's just like, yo, I'm not about to overexert my vision on non-Mania plans. Like, all of this leads into Mania, but come on, bro. This is a little heavy on the palate right now, so we're going to have to take a little breather from some of that. I'm probably going to sit that one through. And I know they're going to have a whole field day, I'm sure, but I don't know, man. I don't know. We're going to see how it plays itself out. We're going to see. I got a couple of ideas. Let's see what takes place, though. All right, Raw, May 19th, whatever. Logan Paul, man, look, he want to be champion now. He would have been a better champion when in the old administration. Wouldn't have made sense. Now it can make sense. Why? Because we have a smaller champion. It doesn't exactly look the part. No, I'm not really buying that. I'm gonna say that he got it's other superstars on the roster. That's how I feel about it. I don't really got much else to say on it. Like, it's other superstars on the roster. He's just taking TV time at this point. But, we ain't going to talk down on him. All right, see, there go the headphones. So, now, let's move on. Projecting. Finn Balor, JD, AJ, and Penta. I'm not against. What we got? The song changes with Penta and Rey Fenix, like a couple of new add-ons. Those was alright. I'm not going crazy over them, but it's alright. Match with Crazy, Grande Americano, that makes sense. More non-boldened letters, so we don't necessarily know what's happening. Roxy, Becky, Natty, triple threat qualifier. I'm way more interested in the girls' side of things than whatever's happening with the men. I think it's just been a lot of guy things happening, and we need more TV time for the girls. But the girls need to be able to show up and make it work. I get it. We just waiting to more of that happen so far as the qualifier matches. We know the men's match is going to be crazy. The girls usually show out in the qualifiers, and then sometimes the girls match could be a hit or miss. So we'll get around to it, but everybody looked good here. And I mean damn good. I'm proud of what's happening right now. Julie on SmackDown, highlight. Roxy on Raw, highlight. We just talking about this last week, so that's a good thing. I'm glad for that. Lyra and Becky, look, there's something going on there, man. I'm liking it. They were doing it before. It wasn't really hitting. Now it's hitting. Like, Becky needed a little bit of time away from the spotlight, so now that she's back and then went heel, it's like the rejuvenation that character needed. And, she's perfect for Lyra. I think Lyra's looking good right now. They had the match that they needed to have last week. So now, she's already proven herself on the promo. Let's keep that going if we can. I'm seeing the creative deal, but at the end of the day, the start of the next, Becky has to look strong, right? No, I don't know. Becky just needs to remain relevant at this point. Becky looking strong, I think that's a problem. It's a lot of bullshit ego happening in the industry, and I'm not liking it. And I'm one to talk, right? I got arguably, top 3 biggest egos in this entire fucking thing. Say I don't. No, I don't even know you. Let's keep it that way, right? Sheamus, Grayson Waller, Theory outside laughing about it. Next week, have a match with Theory and Sheamus, get Theory to win, right? Then what? Now we got a whole big thing happening, and then they can just decide what they're going to do so far as keeping them together or splitting them. They've done a lot of argument and eventually, or overall, keeping them together. No argument here out of that. But I'm seeing them continuing that. I don't know. I've heard put one on Raw, one on SmackDown. I don't know. I think it's something, I don't want to say we keep this tension going, but so far as what the product is evolving into, I don't really see. It's levels to it. It can be done. It's levels to it, though. Now, what else? All right, Rhea, Kyrie, Zoe. I'm really upset because, for the longest time I've been following Zoe. Shouts to EO, shouts to Rhea, word up. You know what I mean? I've been following Zoe since her first week at NXT or on television. One of the potentially trusted names. She's been in like a faction or two since. It always kind of went to nothing. It's upsetting, And then you got Kyrie on her first night back. Zoe's good to go. Rhea's good to go. Kyrie on the first night back. still reacclimating all of the processes in the ring. They rehearsed it, but it's like Kyrie is just now getting back. You seen what was going on. You heard the situation. You seen what happened on the fly. I'm upset about it. You know, I'm upset about it. Even down to the aesthetics. You know, Zoe finally was starting to step into who I knew. And, you know, that situation happens with a knee. It happened before with the knee at NXT. And it was like every single time she starts getting some momentum. You know, you care about these superstars from the Tough Enough days, or just because you know the process from Tough Enough and LFG now. Shouts to them, shouts to Evolve, and all that. Respectfully, don't do no crazy. But it's rough because it's some that you just have that bond with almost immediately. Zoe was one of those for me. I don't want to start going through names down there in the NXT space, you know what I'm saying, at the Performance Center, but abstractly, you know what I'm saying, like, I got, you know, I'm going to just call out Tatum because she's going through a very difficult time. Well, in storyline, I'm guessing, you know what I'm saying, but whatever. Zoe being injured is it's a rough loss for me. Maybe most people don't care about it, and I mean, they care that she's injured, but it's like it's not really a big loss. It's big enough of a loss to the women's division when they can use as many names as they can within that space, for real, for real. And she was solid and could keep up. Maybe the promo was a 6 out of 10, I don't know, 6.5. You know, overall 70-something if we talking 2K. You know, but nah, I think she really would have been a really good addition to things over time. And then if she would have made it to the match, you know, who knows? But nah, if she would have made it to the ladder match, I don't think it would have been nothing. We might be able to make something of this injury and a comeback, though. I don't know. I'll be happy if she does get back healthy. So we wishing her, good health and a quick recovery, speedy recovery, whatever. Now, Jey Uso, Braun Breaker disqualification. Look, man, Seth going crazy. Logan comes in at the end. I'm not mad about how this stuff gets booked. You know, we're just ready to further develop the characters. So what takes place to develop the character? One of the rules of the science is any little thing. We can't keep going with that any little thing. That's my opinion. You know, so it needs to be a little bit more of the solidifying situations. But no, because we have to look strong, and I don't want to look weak, and I'm not saying that, and all the rest of it. I get it. Hey, man, I got a creative idea. Hold on. Now, you had an idea, and we let that idea flow. Did it go as well as you thought it was? No, it didn't go as good as you thought it was going to go. All right, no more ideas. Bitch, you're sticking to creative now. So sit down. Or we'll see you next week in the next city, and we'll see if we have anything for you then, right? Let's move on to NXT. Shawn Legacy, Javon Evans, Shanti Adonis. All right, this cat came out doing all of the moves. My man Adonis, I thought it was hilarious. Lost the match, took the pin because Javon can't look weak, fine. But, oh boy, I thought it was great. Very good stuff. All three of them came in, made it work. Good match. HBK, we said everything we need to say about him last week, and he began to prove that again. Well, he continued to prove that again this week. You know, now so far as being responsible, I think he's in fight mode. I think he's fighting. You know, from what I'm looking at, HB Shizzle is ready to throw hands if need be. So we got to keep up with that now. And I see where the comp is for HBK. And it damn sure don't come after NXT. So with that, you know, we gonna let this continue to flow. Good stuff in that early triple threat. Let's see what happens now. Trick Williams ethered Joe Hendry in ruthless rap. I'm not even trying to read these captions, bro, because F that. But Trick definitely got at him. He tried to do his thing. We've seen this concert business happen a number of times. I don't really care to pay attention to this stuff. Thank God we got that shit done as quickly as we did. One song, 3 little verses, whatever. First verse you want to show you could try rap. Second verse he showed, I mean, he don't really need to rap like that. His shit was just strong as a rapper. And the third verse was all just trying to get the people to say the slogan. Good stuff. Good stuff. Not bad. Not bad. Ran out of breath, got winded super easy. What excitement. My man got in that zone and blew the gasket early. I'm not mad. Found the breath, been doing it for a while, held his composure. We ain't clapping on him, but, you know, the obvious was obvious. Like, we love him, man. He shouts a trick, kicked ass, did his thing. Oh, I actually see now. It's horrible. Horrible. But nah, it was okay, man. He brought 100% of what he was supposed to. And that's really what matters. So shouts to my man Trick Wills for that. I liked it for the most part. Like, we didn't really need to have that type of segment though. You know, that rap versus rock concert. Like, oh God. Let's move on. Sean Spears, Josh Briggs. Sean picked up the win. Good. Cullen looked good. Who was it? Izzy came through with the kick to the face. That's what really got it. Good. The other two with Nico and Jensen. Good. Let it continue to build. It's really levels to it. So I am gratuitous that they have a faction like that happening on NXT, because ultimately they do this the right way. It can translate to the main roster fairly well. I think it's a thing. Not right now, but I think it's a thing. It'll take some time. It's like they going for the that schism bit like before. Shouts to Ave, yo. Ave on turned up, acting like who's in charge around there. And that's what I'm talking about. Final Boss needs to go to NXT. I'm not talking no nice little event. I'm talking he needs to go to the Performance Center and show up. That's what I'm talking. After that performance, we ain't rushing him now. We ain't rushing DJ. But he definitely needs to go to the Performance Center. And he needs to get the understanding. You know, we've all heard about whatever was going on in the news from weeks ago when he wanted to be on Old Boy's show, and how'd that play out for him. Right now, I think the best thing for DJ, the board member, would be to go to the Performance Center and be on deck for a show. Understand the energy, for real. Like, it's fun. But even the kids at the show that he was at, even them, they were happy to be outside of the Performance Center. No. Go to the Performance Center. It's the only way. And I say that respectfully. So, shouts to Ave, man, because she's out kicking ass, bro. Now, all that going back to Izzy, look, it was me. I was Izzy. I was calling for Ave to say, Ave, you know, we need the DJ to come back. So I kicked DJ in the face right fast. You know, come on. Go to the Performance Center. Let's move on. Bronco Nima Revolution, look, that's OTM. All right, Kill Dixon, Uriah. All right. Whatever they doing with this Chase U business, clearly, Professor Chase is going to need to come through and regulate. I know the feeling. Believe you me. Let's move on. Shouts to OTM, came back, looked real good, man. Those other two guys, you know, they still seem a little young, but they all good, man. They working. So I'm not mad at them. LFG, Jasper Troy, Obafemi, Miles. All right, shouts to Miles. Miles doing his damn thing. Miles doing his thing, man. He doing what he can. I understood at least 85% of what he was saying audibly. And I say that in respect to, you know, all of, you know, the situation and the promo and the disability and all that, you know what I mean? Like, no, you just can't hear it. So even if it was heckling in the crowd, if we got heckling in the crowd, somebody got to get fucked up. That's my opinion. But it wasn't even much heckling. And even if the small heckling, it was like, yo, he can't hear you. Why are you even trying some stupid shit like that? Do better, or don't do it all. Like, don't even do better. Just don't say that. Let the promo run. Now there go that. Now we looking at who was it? Oba. The ruler is the ruler. There's no question on that. Anybody second guessing NXT champion Obafemi, I was right there on probably this phone scrolling through, seeing him and Ava and a bunch of other people. I'd love to see that class shot again. But I saw those two. You know? My man was acting like he arrived. He was talking like he been there. And Ava was doing the same thing. So guess what? The process works. It's really, really levels to it. I'm really glad that I'm proud of Simone. For real. Like, God, yo, she was back there going in. And then my man Owen came out there and he was talking spicy. Look, they had the pin on Fuego. Legitimately for NXT Tuesday. Let's move on. All right. And wait. Who came out here? Jasper All right, yeah, and then a new kid came out, right? And then he was somebody for a second. All right, whatever. Lola Vice, Fallon Henley. Shouts to Fallon, of course. And shouts to Lola coming back and being the thing. So much. I don't know what happened with all those releases and what led to those releases like that, especially they came out of the Performance Center because it's different down there. The fact that Lola needs to be in the place that she's in now speaks to why you must be on your grizz the whole time. Because now Lola has her space to be who Lola has been and designed and developed as thus far. Let's keep it going. Let's see what we get. Fallon, look, she's good. Fighting the infighting is trash. So now, whenever Jasmine get back, I'm hoping she saves the day. Let's move on. Kalani Jordan Zarya, good. Yo, look, girls being the girls, man. I love that. Shouts to commentary. I hear you. No worries. I am part botanist, so I'll keep you in mind. Absolutely. Kaylani looked good out there, man. I'm always happy to see Kaylani get in the ring and do a thing, man. This goes back to Level Up for me. It's a sentimental bit, you know. I've been playing around making jokes about her being my daughter for the longest. Long story, and that's about as far as we gonna take it. So, you know, good on her. Went in there, had a great match. Zarya, it's really weird to explain, but she's starting to just be the just the not impact, just like she's speaking to wrestling. Like, yep, I'm watching wrestling right now. Not bad. It's not bad. Like, continue as she is. At ease, soldier. Continue building. Do what you do. But she definitely is giving. I'm watching wrestling and sports entertainment right now. Like her, and so it's like wrestling and sports entertainment. You see what I'm saying? So we've continued to develop the dynamic between, or we've attempted to. We definitely see where it's beginning to take hold now. Let's keep them together. Soul looked great. Zari looked great. Kalani looked great. Definitely. So, good stuff, man. Let's keep it going. See if anything happens. Oh, man, wait. That was the main event? Wow. Well, good bread. Almost 30 minutes in. All three shows is okay. So what I'm looking at, like I said, NXT is, pardon me, SmackDown. SmackDown is its own entity. And I like what they're doing right now. It's like a strong suit at 3 hours. So everybody's just doing what they do because SmackDown, like everyone is getting the real opportunity. SmackDown makes them, Raw takes them. You know, if you know, you know. So it's good stuff. It's very good stuff on SmackDown. Raw and Netflix, man, they keeping up. It's not about the competition between Raw and SmackDown right now. It's about the competition between Raw and SmackDown taking on NXT. That's what I'm paying attention to. It's what I'm peeping. And then when we looking at that part, technically, Raw and SmackDown got bigger fish to fry with, you know,